Whoa! And we're now live.
Yes.
We are. Okay, so hi everyone, it's me, Patricia. Welcome back to another episode of this podcast, ESC Talks. Today I have another guest with me in the room, and his name is Carlos, and he's gonna tell us today about his experience on ESC. I don't know
You don't hear it?
You don't hear it?
I'm hearing it.
Okay, then you can introduce yourself.
Like after this big applause from the people.
From the people that are literally here all around us.
Yeah. We had to say like shut up.
Shut up, people,
Okay.
shut up.
After like what was the question? Like
The question was like, what's your name and where are you from?
Okay. My name is Carlos and I'm from Spain, Murcia, which is in the south of Spain.
Okay.
And
what's specific about Murcia?
Okay, it's specific about Murcia. Medium city, 450,000 people.
Okay. What kind of food do you have there?
Like it's very typical, the lemons.
The lemons?
Like there are a lot of lemons. And yeah, actually the food is very good from there. Like, I don't know why, like, because we have a lot of vegetables. I hate to say this word with my Spanish accent.
Veggies.
So we have a lot, and the thing is, like, we have a lot of vegetarian dishes.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's actually
I
very,
really like
very
it.
nice.
So actually, when I cook at home, I cook a lot of these things, vegetarian also. So
Yeah.
it's super nice.
That's super nice. I love that for you.
Yeah. We have also in my region, I don't know, beaches, mountains. It's good.
It's a super place to visit.
Yeah, I don't want it to be full of tourists. For
Okay.
the gentrification and this, so don't go there a lot.
Don't go, okay, just once.
Yeah.
Once in your lifetime.
Yeah, like one by one.
Go to Carlos and you get a stamp. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. So, as with the previous interviews and previous guests that I had on here, I am going to ask you some questions. And the first one is, when and how did you hear about Erasmus Solidarity Corps, and what, or maybe who, made you join a project?
Okay, that's easy. Because I have a twin brother, and he was, because of one friend or something like this, someone told him about this, so he went to Finland or something like this. He went to Finland, yeah, for a short volunteering. And then he went for a long volunteering to Estonia. So he came back, and I was studying in that time, and he was telling me, like, oh, you have to try this, it's super nice, super cool. So when I finished my studies, I was like, okay, I will try.
Yeah, and how was his experience?
It's funny because yesterday I listened to a podcast where they were interviewing my brother about this.
For real?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You really are twins.
Yeah, because it's super weird actually. But he was in this kind of interview because he's like doing music and things.
Okay.
But he was also saying that his volunteering experience was influencing him like in his music, let's say.
That's so nice.
So he was talking about this same thing that I'm talking now. And it's funny.
Okay, that's super nice. Yeah, I really like that. I think what I've noticed with talking to people is that young people find either through Instagram about ESC or through someone who has already been there, and then they share their experience, which is why I initially started this whole podcast as one of the platforms where young people like you can share their stories so that they can inspire other people and hear like, oh, this is what I can do when I go abroad, or not even necessarily abroad, because for some projects you can do it in your homeland. So, you know, take that leap, take that step. So my second question is, what did you look for in a project? When you were applying for a project, was there something specific?
Okay, actually, my first ever requirement was not to go to Mediterranean country. Because I'm from Spain and I wanted something different. Yeah, but then I don't know why I end up in Croatia doing a short-term volunteering, which is like a bit Mediterranean because I was the island, one island in Croatia, one of the 1,000 islands.
What is the name of the island?
Murter.
So you went there for your short term?
Yeah, so I went there, and I liked the short term. So while I was doing the short term, that was 1 month, maybe at the second week, I say, okay, I want to do like a long term. So being in Croatia, I was looking for long-term volunteerings, and I didn't wanted to go to Mediterranean countries or anything like that. So I was looking for me, my mind was like North Europe. Let's say, like, I was like.
Have you been there before in any of the northern European countries?
I was before in Germany, in like Ireland, France, but I didn't went really into big, let's say, Central Europe and this part of Europe.
Okay.
So for me, it was like I want to explore this part, and I found that in Poland there was a lot of volunteering, but a lot, and I was looking for volunteer projects in Krakow.
Okay.
And they didn't accept me in any of them.
Why?
I don't know. So I was looking in Wrocław, and they also didn't want me in Wrocław. So I found a volunteering project in Leszno, which is like a small city between Wrocław and Poznan.
Okay.
And there they want me.
They wanted me
like
there?
they accepted me, and yes, it was super nice.
Okay, but when you say they didn't want you, you mean you got reply for them?
Yeah,
they said like, no, we don't.
Yeah, in the other projects they were like, no, sorry. I don't know why. Like, I was thinking like, what is wrong with me?
Like, that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
They were like straightforward, like, no, we don't want you.
But I was thinking in that time, maybe there is so many people applying that they have like, I don't know, a big queue of people. But then actually when I was doing the volunteering in Leszno, I realized that sometimes they were like lacking of volunteers, at least in Leszno.
Oh, now I hear it.
Okay.
Do you hear it now?
Yes. Okay, that's weird.
It's weird. Okay.
Apparently the green buttons are just for your hearing things.
For me hearing, yeah. Okay, now we know.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to put that for the effects of the story. Yeah, so that's something that we covered within this podcast already, that it's possible that people will contact you and tell you like, hey, we don't need volunteers right now, but then with consent they will take your data and they will contact you in case they will need volunteers later, which happened to me actually with a couple of projects. But that's just the reality of it, and the moral of the story is that you shouldn't lose hope with,
actually,
with such things.
I still receiving sometimes these mails saying like, we want you for a volunteer.
We want you. You see now how the tables
and
have
it's like
turned.
more than 2 years ago, like when I applied for them.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 years already.
3 years now. Yeah, so the tables have turned now. They want you, and you're like, I don't want you now.
Exactly.
You mentioned that they still reach out to you. How are they reaching out to you? Is it through European Youth Portal, or is there another way that you were applying to the projects?
I mean, I was applying through the European Youth Portal, but then I was receiving mails when they were reaching to me. Okay.
So you were applying for Leszno specifically, you applied through a European Youth Portal?
Yes.
And how did that look like for you? Were you doing it all on your own, or you had to ask someone for the help?
I did it by my own, but I guess my brother helped me a bit because he did it before. But actually, I did it mostly by myself. It was really easy. Yeah. Okay.
And what about your sending organization? Were you in touch with them?
No, not really. Like, I didn't have, and they found some sending organization from another cities, not even my city. And they were like sending me, but the only thing they sent was like a couple of mails to me, like
just to check up on you.
Yes, but that's all. Like, I don't know. I was not knowing them. They were like just asking me, like, hey, everything is good there? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
But it's pretty common that the sending organization is not from your hometown, or that you don't know them, because that's what happened with me. I found out about this organization who sent me here once I applied to projects and I was like, will you do it? They were like, yes, we'll do it. And that's how it goes. So like they're not even in my hometown. I am keeping in touch with them. I really like the communication that we're having. It's also just via email, but still it's something going on. And I feel really comfortable actually with them, like asking them whatever.
Mhm.
We're now coming up to the most interesting question of them all, and that's, what did you do on your project? What was your project? What was your project about?
Okay. What I didn't do there, because I was doing so many things. Maybe one day I was going to one school, like maybe one day I was going to primary school to like do like some kind of cultural stuff with Spanish or English or games or whatever. Then another day maybe I was going to high school, so it was doing the same, but maybe more for teenagers. Maybe another day I was going to one event in the, I don't know, like the main square. They were having sometimes events and we were there doing activities or doing like workshops or whatever. We were doing a lot of workshops. We had like a little office and we were doing like every week like workshop, I don't know, like playing board games maybe. Another day was a cooking workshop. Another day was like language coffee, like to learn English or Spanish. So yeah, it was like many different things.
A lot of different activities.
Yeah.
Is there something that you particularly enjoyed doing on a daily basis out of the things that you mentioned?
I really like it, for example, to teach Spanish to people.
Okay.
I found it funny, and I never did it before, and it was super, like, I don't know. I could see how people were actually improving their Spanish, and it was like very nice to see that.
You were like a proud teacher.
Yeah, it was like, okay, this is working.
Is actually working.
Yeah, and also I like it, for example, the cooking workshops, because I was learning how to cook things to teach people. So I was like a lot of Spanish, because normally we were cooking Spanish. I mean, I was cooking Spanish recipes because they were asking me, "Oh, you're Spanish, cook this."
Yeah.
And I was learning maybe some things I knew how to do, but I had to like improve or something. And I was like really becoming a professional of Spanish cuisine.
When you came to Poland, you learned about your culture.
Really. I was like really learning a lot of things, and now it's super useful because now at home I'm cooking a lot of.
Yeah, you can
things.
impress everyone with your.
It was super nice.
With your Spanish knowledge.
Yeah.
All right.
And also one thing that also like it was surprisingly good for me was going to, like, let's say primary schools with kids and like to do games or something with them, because I don't know, I felt it was nice experience to have this some kind of teacher thing
with them.
Like teaching them, I don't know, like through games, like we were teaching them whatever, I don't remember, but
yeah,
it was nice.
Did that then make you think of like your future? Is that something that you would then consider doing in the future? Or it was more just like, oh, it's just a project, and when I finish it, and I'm doing something else?
Maybe I had little feeling of that, but didn't last long.
Didn't last for a long time.
It was like, no, but I will not like do this in my life because it's too far from my field. So
okay.
I will have to do a lot of
relearn everything.
Yeah, like a lot of studies again and everything for that.
Okay. But for volunteering, you found it like perfectly fine.
Yeah, for volunteering, I really like it.
All right. So, was there any story that you particularly remember from your project that like stuck with you, or
from the project or from my times during the like
from your times during the project?
Okay, because I have very good memories. I don't know, like this kind of things, because Lesno is like a little town. And we were like having bikes and going like to the lake and to the forest, and it was super nice. It was like in summer was like this kind of summer memories of going with the bike and everything.
Oh, that's super cute.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Like in a movie.
Yeah. Like I miss a bit of that here in Krakow, because I mean I still going with the bike or these kind of things. But here is more like a big city, and there was more like countryside.
Okay. We are coming to our last question of the day, and that question is: do you have any advice for people who are thinking of applying for a project but are not sure yet of applying?
I mean, I have the recommendation of, if you're thinking about doing a project and you don't know, I think you should go, because I think it's really like new experience in your life. And yeah, for example, we were talking a lot about that with other volunteers, and most of the times we were realizing that we were doing this because we had nothing better to do. Actually, we were like, maybe we finish our studies and we were like, before starting to work, we want to do something else or something. So I think it's really, even, I don't know, you don't need to finish your studies. Maybe you can do it in half, like during the studies or before the studies or whatever. Yeah. I think it's very, very good experience. And also you learn a lot of English. Like, the level of English of everyone I know that did the volunteering project is
it just
increasing.
Gets better.
Yeah,
because you constantly have to use the language.
English all the time. Yeah, and now, I don't know, for example, I speak a bit of Polish just because of this.
Oh, you learned a bit of Polish now.
Yeah, I mean, I never actively learned Polish.
It just you.
Yeah, but
pick it
now.
Up. Do you have a sentence that you want to share with us in Polish?
Oof.
Teach us some Polish.
There is one word I really like, is wodospad.
Wodospad?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's not similar in Croatian. Okay.
No.
It's just like cascade or something like this.
Oh, vodopad.
I mean, vodopad in your language?
Yes, waterfall.
Yeah, waterfall.
Vodopad.
In here is vodospad.
Oh,
and okay. I like it. I don't know why. Every time I read it somewhere, I like it.
Where do you read that word though?
In the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not here in Krakow.
Not here. Not in this room with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that and for sharing your experience and coming all the way here to talk to me into a mic. I think that's amazing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course.
And for the grapes.
And for the grapes, yes. If you want, we can finish up with like the ASMR that I told you that you can do, and then you do your thing.
Let's do ASMR.
I will do it with whispering, and I will say something in Polish. Wymieniać baterię, proszę.
What's this? I don't have battery. No.
I need to change my battery.
Okay.
Because that's the sentence I learned when I went to the phone service.
Okay. You say it in Polish.
I said it in Polish.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to try?
Okay, I want to do it in the wall. Someone walking in the grass.
Minecraft grass.
That's true, it's like Minecraft.
God. I can't reach it. Yeah. Anything else you want to try?
No, it's okay.
It's fine. Okay, well, thank you once again. It's Patricia and Carlos out. And we'll do...
Oh, there was maybe here.
All at the same time.